got a really shady place out there. They're hard to grow.
It's the beginning of spring, and eager shoppers have rushed the First Methodist Church for the Bell's Garden Club's 8th annual plant sale.
I come here every year because it's great and they have a lot of selection.
The plant sale is always held the first or second weekend of April, and all of the plants being sold are grown by members of the Garden Club. Traditional favorites like pansies and petunias were joined by some unique and rare plants.
Some people have greenhouses. I have a greenhouse, and I grow a lot of little annuals and so forth, in addition to digging up stuff in my yard. So we have a tremendous variety, and we also specialize in wildflowers. A lot of people like to have a wildflower garden, and some of the unusual plants we were selling today is a wildflower, or really it's almost a shrub, called Hearts of Buston. And that is a very rare plant now because there are not many woodlands left for it to grow in. So we will have occasionally some very rare plants. We're also selling some bloodroot, which is a rare wildflower.
King Alfred and Mount Hood buttercups, shamrocks, monkey grass, white Dutch iris, forsyth, and rose of Sharon. All the plants went out the door as quickly as people could box them up.
I can't read very well, but it blooms in autumn, and it's a small white flower in fall, and it's 50 cents. And my grandma said, my mom told, before I even got the idea of getting this for my grandmother, my mom told me to ask my grandmother if she wanted a plant, but she said she didn't want one, and I said, I insist, I'll get you a flower.
Today we are selling a plant tip book that we have collected, amassing all these 50-year gardening experience of a lot of our members.
And the book sold like hotcakes. We got a quick picture of the last book just before it was handed to an eager customer. And the plants fared just as well. We arrived just after the doors opened at 9 a.m. By 10 o'clock, the tables were looking pretty bare.
We really appreciate the support that we get from the area of people who come in to buy plants. When we first started this, some of our members were a little bit doubting Thomas's, and they said, I don't believe that we'll ever get any customers to come to Bell's. But we've been surprised.
The club doesn't set a monetary goal for the plant sale, but they traditionally raise around $1,000. The money is used for the club's special project.
We have an arboretum out at Green Frog Development Area on Highway 412. It's called the Louise Pearson Memorial Arboretum. And we had established it in 2003. And so we use a lot of our money to buy new trees, to maintain the arboretum. We have applied for Level 2 state certification for our arboretum, which we expect to get this summer. And we will be the only Level 2 arboretum in West Tennessee outside Memphis.
The rating level of an arboretum is determined by the number and variety of trees and how well those trees are labeled. The label should provide the common and scientific names of the tree and sometimes a little bit of history about the variety. The Garden Club's Level 2 application will include 78 trees. The Bell's Garden Club has been developing their arboretum at Green Frog Village for nearly 6 years. The trees are placed throughout the historical restoration as a living and growing tribute to West Tennessee history and culture. So bookmark your April 2007 calendar for the 9th annual plant sale, but get there early for the biggest selection of plants, tips, advice, and camaraderie.